Scooby-Doo. I wanna watch some Scooby-Doo. There we go. Hey everybody, Rocktimus Prime here, and welcome back to another video. Now before we begin, I just want to say Happy Pride Month to those of you that are celebrating, and if you're not, have a good month. Today we are going to be taking a look at a cornucopia of bots in celebration of Pride Month, doing a robot of every single color that I have, and that's the Siege Seekers. So to start things off here, we're going to take a look at Starscream, because he's going to be the main figure that we do, and then all the rest of them are just going to be about the cosmetics. So this is the Siege Seeker mold for 2020. Thanks, Hasbro. I really didn't want to buy these characters again. Not for a while. Yes, let's milk a bunch of money out of the Transformers fans by releasing a Cybertron mode and then releasing an Earth mode, and they will buy them both. I mean, fair enough, we will, but you don't have to say it like that. So Starscream has had a bit of a rough history. He's one of the first Seekers that we got, and one of the most problematic. And this is an issue that comes across on all of the Seekers. The chest. You go to transform it, and it just comes off completely. Coming in close here so you can see some of the sculpting on this guy, and that's one thing I have to hand Siege/Earthrise, is that their figures are meticulously detailed. I don't like the paint scuffing here, or on the legs, or on the wings, but it's there, and it's a thing, so I'm gonna shut up about it. Flipping down here to the back, you can see some nice Decepticon logos, some more of that nice, I'm gonna call it Star Destroyer detailing, because it looks like it would belong on a Star Destroyer, and you do have the 3 thrusters there, as well as the cockpit. As for accessories, they're really only packing these, which have a scope. They're cast in a solid color. They don't really look like a null ray that I know of. Now, in terms of paint schemes, I acknowledge what Starscream does, but he is definitely not my favorite. Coming a little closer, you can see the head is on a ball joint, and I know it's on a ball joint because I have actually replaced my Starscream's head with the smirking face that comes on Thundercracker. I just think it fits more on Starscream. I don't know why they didn't give him the smirky face. You know, you buy them both, you can switch them around. That might have been their plan. His shoulders here are on a swivel here. They do go up and down, in and out. There is a swivel above the bicep, and if you move the null ray, you can get a nice double jointed elbow. And there is some wrist swivelage. Now, even with all of this hanging off of him, he does still get a pretty decent amount of movement here in the waist. You do get a forward kick about that far. He does go back only this far because of all the kibblage that's going on here. You do get a thigh swivel and a nice knee bend. He actually has a spring in the back of his leg to get that flying knee kick that Starscream is known for. Now, getting onto some size comparisons, and we will only do this once. Here is Siege Starscream, and here is Power of the Primes Jazz, Siege Ironhide, and RID Starscream. Transformation on this guy is actually really simple.
Hear the thunder over there, you feel them warping right nearby. You hear something just screaming out, that it's Seeker time again. They're just burning through this mold. Yeah, it's Seeker time again. And we know that in 4 months we'll be buying them again.
I mean, this isn't exactly what we saw in the cartoon, but it works. I do really like this Tetrajet mode from certain angles. It is a planeformer, so there are certain problems inherent to a planeformer that this mold suffers from. Hello. Also, hello. What the was that? Wait, hello. I like the long snout and the canopy here. It just melds all together. Even though these were separate pieces in the transformation, these were actually the shoulder pylons, and they actually fold and snap and clap around to the front, which is super cool. I like the 3 blasters back here, the Tetra of the Tetrajet. Is that what that means? If you really don't like this orange thing here, you can just take it off. Though I don't know very many people who display their figures in vehicle mode. Now, for some size comparisons in vehicle mode. Here is Siege Ironhide, and as you can see, he really crumples down in size. Here's Power of the Prime's Jazz, and RID Starscream. Now, as the rest of these figures are exactly identical to Starscream, we're just going to be taking a look at the colors and some of the differences between the two. Starting off with Thundercracker. Now, Thundercracker is actually my second favorite Seeker of the original 6. Counting the Coneheads. I just think he has a lot more interesting paint scheme than Starscream does, but not as cool as Skywarp's. Coming in here a little close, as you can see, this is my Thundercracker because he has the sullen face rather than the smirk that he comes with. So some of the details are still here. I like the royal blue that he's got. The scuffing is still present, and it's really evident on the wings. Mostly because they are now painted instead of just being the silver that they were on Starscream. Next up is Redwing. Now, from what I hear, Redwing is actually supposed to be Armada Starscream, or like an homage to him, and fair enough, that was the Starscream I had when I was a kid, so this guy's awesome. And he's red and black. Major points for me. He does come with Thundercracker's cheeky smirk, though I think this one actually fits, and he has some nice amber light piping there, as you can see. The details are exactly the same, the scuffing's the same, but he's red and black, so he's ultimately one of the coolest ones. Now we come to the final Seeker of this video, and probably the only representation of Skywarp that'll actually be in my collection, which isn't actually considered to be a Skywarp, but it's the only one that I can afford to pay for. Hotlink. Now he is the Netflix series original character, and he came in a nice box, but he also came with 2 Target Masters. These are Luke's, mine are somewhere, but they're all right. They have names. I don't remember what they are. If I can remember by the time this video goes up, I'll put them here. Now, Hotlink is probably my favorite in terms of detail. He doesn't really have any of that scuffing, and he just looks so much cooler. I've always loved how purple and gold, I guess, look together, like this amber stuff. And he has the same amber light piping that Redwing does. Coming around here to the back, you do see some nice orange detailing there, and some burns on his wings, which are really cool. Overall, of the new guys, I think Hotlink is probably the best. Once again, happy Pride Month. I'm so happy. So this has been Rocktimus Prime with Hotlink, Thundercracker, Redwing, and Starscream, saying hope you guys have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. Take care, everybody.